Assembly passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, approves the electronic transmission of results. State government takes steps to boost food security, commences cultivation of Irish potatoes. Plus, People's Democratic Party Renaissance Group, Cross River State, urges Governor Wilson Wike to declare intention for presidential seat come 2023. Details in just a moment. Good evening. Welcome to the news at 7. I am Erika Ivy. Now the news in details. The Senate and House of Representatives have passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and approved the electronic transmission of results. The approval was given today when the lawmakers resumed plenary after a 3-week recess. A 7-man committee has been constituted by the upper chamber to meet with members of the House of Representatives Conference Committee and harmonize the differences in the Senate and House versions of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. On October 12, the Senator had bowed to pressure and giving the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the sole power to determine the mode of transmission of results. Shortly after the Senate approval, the House of Representatives also passed the bill, completing the process of amending the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has commenced the deployment of election materials and ad hoc staff from Ihiala Local Government Secretariat in Anambra State to various polling units where a supplementary election is expected to hold today. The decision to have the supplementary election in local government followed the suspension of collation of results in the governorship election as announced on Monday by the state collation and returning officer. While results were collated from 20 out of 21 local government areas, the process was suspended as election could not hold in Ihiala local government area due to violence. For any democratic system to strive, it needs vibrant political parties, especially a strong opposition that will engage the government in power to ensure that good governance is delivered to citizens. This is the concern of the People's Democratic Party Renaissance Group, Cross River State, which is seeking support for the River State Governor, Wilson Wike, to declare his intention for the presidential seat come 2023 general elections. Odaretum reports.
Since it lost power to the All Progressives Congress APC at the federal level in 2015, the People's Democratic Party PDP has been strategizing to reclaim power come 2023. This is the concern of the PDP Renaissance Group, Cross River State, who came out to declare its support to the River State Governor Nyesom Wike, calling on him to contest as President of Nigeria in 2023, believing that he is a better representation for good governance with impeccable track records.
Governor Wike is a nationalist who truly believes in the unity and indissolubility of Nigeria and has clearly demonstrated this in his uncompromising stance against separatist agitations.
Briefing journalists at the NUJ Press Center in Calabar at the end of a meeting held at the PDP party's office, the group expresses concern over insecurity and other threats in Nigeria and promised to build bridges on the network of its members across all zones to achieve its agenda if the party reclaims power.
Our support for Governor Nyesom Wike today does not hitherto or icto facto foreclose the fact that anybody can also aspire from the southeast or southwest or any part of the country. We will continue to negotiate, expand the frontiers of our negotiation skills and net, while Governor Nyesom Wike must be supported to be president come 2023.
The PDP Renaissance Group is a pressure group of the opposition in Cross River State. In Calabar, Udwak Etam, NTN News.
Keying into federal government agricultural information agenda, the Governor Benayade administration is expanding this policy, various agricultural value chains, to boost food security. One of such is the cultivation and processing of Irish potatoes in Obudu Cattle Ranch to serve the local markets and encourage exports. Paul Abel reports.
This is how Felicia Bono starts the day with her colleagues at the farm, and she is excited over the opportunity of being engaged at the potato farm by the Cross River State Governor, and the measure has not only put food on her table, but it also caters for other basic needs.
For 2 years, we start to work here. We thank our governor as he help us who they train our children for school.
For Governor Ben Ayade, the 3,600 hectares of land on the Obudu Mountain acquired is for the cultivation of Irish potatoes, cultivate roses, and build an abattoir to meet local demands and serve the international market.
As Governor of Cross River State, I've encouraged agro-industrialization and I've invested heavily in agro-industrialization. As an offshoot of President Muhammadu Buhari's commitment to creating an alternative revenue source beyond oil. So against that background, we have invested heavily in Irish potato farm. The intent is to ensure that Ayade Farms becomes the net exporter of frozen French fries.
Governor Ayade also speaks on factors are being put in place to draw traffic to the Obudu Mountain Resort.
We're also renovating the entire ranch because Cali Air, which is a Cross River airline owned by the citizens of Cross River State 100%, is now going to be flying into Obudu, bringing footfalls into Obudu. With the international airport under my government being constructed, it will give us a great opportunity to increase the densification of traffic into the Obudu Cattle Ranch, creating a horizon of great opportunity for young men and women.
The governor further appeals to big-time businessmen to venture into agriculture for Nigeria to produce enough food for our citizens. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
You're watching news reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can also watch this newscast from our YouTube channel at YouTube/NTA Calabar. More news when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back to the rest of our news. President Paul Biya of Cameroon has donated gift items and cash donations to over 1,000 refugees resident in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. Correspondent reported that the gesture is part of the president's initiative to impact positively on all segments of Cameroonian refugees in Nigeria. The humanitarian gesture is the fourth phase of the exercise, and Cameroonian refugees resident in Calabar are smiling with gifts and cash donations. The Cameroon consul in Calabar, Onana Patrice, charges the refugees in Cross River State to be of good conduct, while the government of Cameroon is working assiduously to bring about lasting peace in some turbulent regions.
We are very grateful of what the international bodies who are protecting internationally refugees, and we as a government, we know what we can do for them.
They are going through a lot, so we thought it wise to give them something as we are going towards Christmas.
All the stakeholders, the government, are doing everything, the civil society, they're doing everything possible there to be a peaceful environment for these people.
Representative of refugees resident in Calabar, Ntui Felix Ntui, appreciates the kind gesture to cushion the effect of hardship on them by the Cameroonian government, and also applauds the Cross River State government for a peaceful and enabling environment to leave.
Taking refuge here in Cross River State of Nigeria. So we give thanks, we pray that peace should reign so that we go back to our various destinations. The Cameroon government to supply us food, whatever we need. So we give thanks to them. That this our problem should finish so that we may go back.
I thank them where they give we. I thank Cameroon where they give we chop.
Record shows that about 68,000 Cameroonian refugees and internally displaced persons reside in Nigeria. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, Nta News. Christians again have been reminded to number the days and apply their hearts to wisdom while serving God in truth and spirit. Reverend Father Felix Ojong stressed the point at the memorial and Thanksgiving state service organized in honor of late Ndidem of the Cross. The service, which took place at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, Nta Calabar, attracted a creme de la creme dignitaries within and outside the states. The reality of give honor to whom honor is due came to play when family members, friends, and sympathizers from all walks of life came out in numbers to pay their last honor to the late monarch Ndidem Patrick Inogukwagbo V. In a homily, Reverend Father Felix Ojong charged Christians to be committed to the service of God and humanity to earn heaven. The late monarch, who died at the age of 60, was born to the royal family of Lady Sinjo Benedict Enoch Okwa of Okoraba and Otoboto villages in Nkonip, Ikoransa, in Calabar Municipality, and Madam Clara Benedict Inokukwa ni Clara Afiongo Fionge de Meyamba of Mbango Fiongo Koko family in Calabar South Local Government Area. The late monarch acquired various educational and professional qualifications and had bagged several awards.
I've missed him a lot because he was everything to me.
My father was a loving father. He loves everybody. He loves all his children and every other one close to him.
He was a man of principles. He's one man I know that calls black, black, and calls white, white.
Condolences and tributes from the state governor, Senator Ben Ayade, describes the late monarch as a community builder who had devoted his time for the development of his people and the states.
Special, he was an academic. I saw him more, an intellectual. So it's a big loss for us.
Staff is passing on to a new king. He must ensure that there is justice in the community.
The royal fathers eulogized the late Ndidem Inogukwagbo V for his enduring legacies of peaceful coexistence in building his community and the entire Jagam nation, as well as being a custodian of custom and tradition of his ancestors.
I've missed a dynamic, a no-nonsense somebody.
Past Ndidem have been a very good man to us, very active.
Painful loss, very, very painful for the Cross River State Traditional Rulers Council.
He was a very bold man. He would say what is in his mind.
The chairman's Central Planning Committee, Mr. Basu Sangbasi, expressed gratitude to God for a successful event and for the cooperation of his people.
I've had excellent cooperation from government, from those in the National Assembly, from the people who consider down in the society.
And he's a person that he likes truth and he don't want cheating.
He's a nice man, very vibrant, very intelligent. He's a man of the people. We have been coming here to see him, we interact with him.
Traditional displays added color to the occasion. The state service was a climax of events marking the transition of the late Ndidem of the Cross. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, Nta News. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. The National Assembly has passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and also approved the electronic transmission of results. The Cross River State government has taken steps to boost food security with commencement of the cultivation of Irish potatoes. You also heard in the news that People's Democratic Party Renaissance Group, Cross River State, have urged Governor Wilson Wike of River State to declare his intentions for presidential seats come 2023 general election. That's it. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Good night.